Well. Time for week 6. Now, your last set of games last night, and we are already back for the start of week 6. We've got some big updates. King Boo has passed both Hammer Bro and Boomerang Bro and leads the league in RBI. Following those three are PD and DK, and then Fire Bro rounds out the top 6. Looking over on the defensive side, the Flock absolutely dominating. Birdo and Blue Pianta scoring so many double plays this season. Absolutely destroying anyone else on the leaderboard. Two Fury players, their two infielding dry bones, along with Donkey Kong round out the top 5. Then the pitching race has been a clear 2-horse race for a while, with Daisy and Peach fighting back and forth. Daisy having just passed Peach in all metrics in this last game. Peach let up a lot of runs, which dropped her ERA quite a bit, and Daisy was already ahead in strikeouts and had a very low-scoring game, only giving up 1 run to the Flock. So her ERA dropped quite a bit, and now Daisy's leading. We've got quite a few interesting matchups to start off this week. We've got the Stars and the Rocketeers. The Stars. They started off this season 1-8, but have they've won 5 out of their last 6 games. And now they are 6-9, just 2 games behind the Flock. They're hoping to close that gap down, potentially even taking 3rd place. They'll have to face the Rocketeers, though, to be able to get those wins at the Rocketeers' new home stadium of Peach Garden. Let me go ahead and get these teams set up. Rocketeers, their captain is Yoshi, and the Stars, their captain is Waluigi. Game's struggling a little bit, lagging. That's alright, we got Fire Bro. Who else? Red Shy Guy, Yellow Magic Koopa. Fun. Gotta get the right color. Blue Noki is also on this team, along with Red Pianta. Some good chemistry there. Green Paracoopa, Red Koopa Troopa, and last but not least, Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong has actually been a very solid batter for this team. Not what you would expect from one of the better pitchers, but her defensive power has been showing. We've got the defense is correct right now. And now we move on to the Stars and their defense. Oh no, do not hit the random button. No. Whoopsie. Good thing it didn't put in an extra copy of Waluigi. That would be really bad. So they have Toad, Dark Bones, King Boo, of course, Wario to pair with Waluigi. They've got Red Magikoopa. Whoops. Red Noki. Then Monty Mole and Toadette. Their infield is Dry Bones and Wario. They've got Magikoopa on 3rd, Toad in right field, I believe. Yes, there we are. So this should be their lineup. And now we are ready to get started. Well, after I do the batting orders. They've got Yoshi into Fire Bro. Then Red Shy Guy, Yellow Magikoopa. Blue Noki, and Red Pianta. Then Green Paratroopa, Red Koopa, and Dixie will be last. Stars, I think I remember theirs, but oh, no. Man, I keep forgetting to hit buttons before I hit buttons. I should stop doing that. And yes, this should be it. Double checking. Yes, okay. We are all ready to go. 7 innings, no mercy. We will play all 7. Give me 1 second to save this. And now let's get started. Game taking a while to load there, but we are finally ready for the first game of the night, the Stars at the Rocketeers. Rocketeers have been struggling. They only have 3 wins so far in the season. They are in last place. The Stars have been on a great winning streak recently, winning 5 out of their last 6 games. They're still in 4th place, but they're getting ever closer to the top 3, which is the top half also. Their King Boo recently just took the lead after this very last game. Took the lead in terms of RBI, passing both Boomerang Bro and Hammer Bro. They're off to a good start here with Red Toad and Dark Bones slapping back to the wall. Ooh, Red Toad thinks about going, but backs off. Good call. And that brings up King Boo with 2 runners on. King Boo's got curved trajectory, so he's going to be more likely to hit it towards the outside corners of this stadium. That is very good for the Stars, because this is a high-walled stadium in the center, and only moderately sized walls over on the left and right. That one is a star hit that just goes foul. That was not going to be a home run if it did end up being fair. Oh, and that one hits the corner. Great pitch from Dixie. That strikes out King Boo. Wario up to bat now. Wario's had a surprise good season. He's going to use a star hit, and it will work. They win the 50-50, and the Stars are able to bring in 2 runs off of that triple for Wario. Wait, Wario's going to go home? He will not make it, though. He's thrown out at the plate, but he does manage to bring 2 runs in and put the Stars at a lead. The Stars up 2-0 now here in the top of the first inning. Now they've got their captain, Waluigi. Waluigi is not a good charge hitter. I don't know why he did that. Waluigi is actually one of the very few characters in this game that has a weaker charge swing than his slap hit. You never want to charge with Waluigi, even if you're trying to hit for power. Yoshi is going to hit a ground ball, easily grabbed by Wario and thrown to first for the out. Fire Rose drills this one down the left side. It bounces off the note block. And that guarantees the home run off of what was already a deep shot to the outfield. Would have been at least a double. This one is sent all the way thanks to that note block. And Rocketeers, they make one of those runs back. And then Red Shy Guy lines out straight to Red Magic Koopa. 2 outs on the inning. Yellow Magic Koopa slaps one right over Wario's head. And that's a runner on base for the Rocketeers. Next up is Blue Noki. Blue Noki swings a little early on that one. Strike 1. That one is slapped right to Red Magic Koopa as well. That will end the inning for the Rocketeers. They only score 1. And now the Stars get a chance to extend their lead. They'll start off with a Red Magic Koopa and a Star Chance. That makes this a valuable at-bat for both of these teams. The Rocketeers, they are already pretty much maxed out on Stars. This would just be an opportunity to stop the Stars from getting more, but they're not able to do it. The Stars win the chance and get the Star. A little confusing with how many times I say Star in a row. But just you wait. Wait until we see starred King Boo come up for the Stars. Especially if it's a Star Chance. Red Noki does make it on base though, and that puts 2 on for Monty Mole. He's going to star a hit. And this one is not a double play. They get the runner at second, but Monty makes it safely first. Tony up to bat next. What can she do? She's going to star hit. This is going to bring in Red Magic Koopa and put 2 runners on base. They're on first and second, Toadette and Monty are. These are 2 very quick players. They could honestly probably go for a double steal here. It'd be tough to steal third, especially off of Firebro, who's a pretty strong arm behind the plate. But Toadette could definitely make it to second in time. They've got Red Toad with 3 balls. Is he about to get walked? Ooh, that one hits the corner. That's strike 1. And that's ball 4. Dixie loads the bases by walking Red Toad. And that brings up Dark Bones. 1 out on the inning. The Rocketeers need a double play here. They're not going to get it. This one gets down right in front of Red Koopa. That's going to bring a run in off of a single hit. Keeps the bases loaded for none other than starred King Boo, the RBI leader of the whole league. What can he do here? A home run, a grand slam to start off this game would be massive for the Stars. Star pitch from Dixie is strike 2, though. They're trying to get him out quick. And he misses the star swing. That is a strikeout from Boo. Now they'll have to go up against Wario. Makes contact, sends it deep to the outfield, but Yoshi makes the catch. They stop the Stars at just 2, stranding 3 runners. Good defensive stand from the Rocketeers, although they do still let up 2 more runs. They'll have to play while down 3. Red Pianta pops this one up to the left field. Toadette's under it in just about a second. She sits there for quite a while waiting for that one to come down. That ball was hit very high. If only Pianta could translate some of that momentum going forward. Paratroopa. It's got 2 strikes. That one is a ball. It's a star chance for this batter as he slaps the next pitch foul. The next one, though, he is able to make a good slap on, sending it straight up the middle. That gets him safely to first and earns a star for the Rocketeers. Red Koopa Troopa. The next batter up. Makes contact, sends this one deep to left field, but it's too high. Toadette is under it. She's a great defender over there in left field. One of the fastest in the league. Her and Yoshi actually have the same exact speed stat. They're tied. So we've got the matchup between these 2 fast outfields. Dixie slaps this one high to left, but again, Toadette's going to be there. The whole inning ends by Toadette. And that one is scoreless for the Rocketeers. They're still down 4-1. Stars with another chance to extend their lead. Waluigi will ground out to Red Pianta. That brings up Red Magic Koopa for a star chance. The Stars have no stars right now, so this star chance would be big for them. And Red Magic Koopa is going to win that star chance, making it on base for the Stars. The Stars now have 1 star. Is this bit funny still? I think so. Now they have Red Noki, who's also going to slap on base. That one might have been charged a little bit. Regardless, Noki makes it on base, and that's 2 runners on for Monty. A couple pickoff attempts. And Monty takes strike 1 down the middle. The next ball is swung on and missed for strike 2, and another swing and a miss is a strikeout. That brings up Toadette. Toadette's going to slap it up the middle. Red Pianta doesn't dive onto second. Oh, he was hoping to land on second base to secure the out there. He doesn't get it there and doesn't make the throw to first in time. Bases are loaded for Red Toad. A charge sends this one over to the right field. That will bring in 1 run. They're going to try and get 2, and they will. The Stars are up 6-1 now. They've now got Dark Bones up to bat. 1-1 count. Swung on and missed. Second strike. This one is slapped, but Red Shy Guy gets there. He throws it to second to secure the out and the end of the inning. 2 runs every inning so far for the Stars. Now, the Rocketeers. They look to get their offense started. They'll be using the top of their lineup with Yoshi. Immediately into Firebro. Firebro pops out to Toadette. That will bring up Red Shy Guy. Red Shy Guy takes the first one, takes the second pitch, 2 strikes, and misses the third, a strikeout for him. Disappointing coming from one of your best offensive players. Yellow Magic Koopa hits this one deep down the first baseline, and it's fair. That's going to bring in Yoshi on maybe a triple. No, too slow Yellow Magic Koopa is. They will be thrown out, going for the greedy triple. And that ends the inning for the Rocketeers, but they do still score 1 run, which is very important. They've cut the lead down to 4 runs. But now the Stars have the chance to make that back up, and then some. King Boo gets a beautiful slap that curves down the first base line. That will be just a single for him, though. Next up is Wario. Wario has been a consistent slap hitter. He's got 2 strikes so far. And that's a strikeout looking for Wario. Up now is Waluigi. Waluigi's got 1 runner on and 1 out. 2 balls. That one's just a bit outside, ball 3. Waluigi gets a slap down, and it is fair. That will be a base hit single for Waluigi. That brings up Red Magic Koopa, who gets a beautiful slap down over into left field. They're going to bring King Boo home from that. And the Stars take their lead back up to 5. It's 7-2. Still just 1 out on the inning. Red Noki hits a big foul ball. Red gets a good drive over to the right side, and that will load the bases for none other than Monty Mole. Surely he'll do something here. Right, guys? Right? Let's see. Let's find out. He slaps it, and it goes just foul. I thought that one would have landed on the line. And he strikes out. Oh, not what you want to see. That brings in Toadette. Bases are still loaded. She pops one straight to Paracoopa. And that will be the end of the inning for the Stars. That brings up the Rocketeers offense. They only gave up 1 run that last inning. What can they do on offense? They will not have a good start. With Blue Noki lining out to Red Magic Koopa. Red Pianta gets a good slap down, though, making it safely to first. Next up is Green Koopa Paratroopa. He's got 2 strikes so far. Making a strike out, he goes down swinging at something well outside his reach. Red Koopa Troopa has 2 strikes very quickly. That could be the end of this inning with no response from the Rocketeers, and it will be. A strikeout from Red Koopa Paratroopa. And the Rocketeers are scoreless yet again. It's a 7-2 lead for the Stars. That hit gets down in right field from Red Toad. That will put 1 runner on. Still 1 runner on. Dark Bones, otherwise known as Red Dry Bones, hits into a fielder's choice, which gets Red Toad out. That still leaves 1 runner on for King Boo, who has 2 strikes and has not hit a single ball this game. He has struck out twice. This one will be hit. It will be sent up the center left field. That will be runners on the corners. And the Stars have Wario up to bat. Wario's star hit isn't too bad, but he will instead decide to charge this one to the outfield. That gets into the gap and will bring in 2 runs. The Stars are up 9-2, a 7-run lead for them. The 2 in the top of the 5th. Waluigi up to bat with chemistry. He slaps this one through the infield. Puts him and Wario on the corners. I was about to say him and his brother, but I don't actually know their relationship. I think they're just like friends who hang out and decide to share a theme. I don't know. Oh, but Waluigi gets thrown out trying to go home there. Red Magic Koopa brings in a Wario, but Waluigi cannot make it in time. That will be the 2nd out of the inning for the Stars. Right for the Red Noki, who sends one just past Koopa Paratroopa. And that will load bases, or not load bases, put runners on corners yet again. D-Mole up to bat. 2 outs, 2 runners on. He slaps it up straight to left field. Yoshi is able to make the play. 10 runs for the Stars so far. They are enjoying this game. Going at a very leisurely pace. Just an average of 2 runs every inning. But they are still up 10-2. They've only given up 2 runs total. Now the Rocketeers have yet to have their 5th inning. Will their offense start to pick it up here? Not with that hit from Yoshi. That's a pop fly straight to Toadette. One out, 1 runner. Fire Bro up to bat. Fire Bro, charging, sends it through the infield. That will get down for a single. They keep Dixie on third. Good call. That will bring up Red Shy Guy. Red Shy Guy being very patient right now. He's watched 2 strikes go by. This one will be star hit, but it's to right field, straight to Toad. Oh, they will bring in Dixie from that. The Rocketeers score another run. Now, Yellow Magic Koopa will get one through the infield. That is now 2 runners on base for the Rocketeers. They've got Blue Noki and a Red Pianta. Blue Noki, the first of those batters. Watches the first pitch for strike 1 after quite a few pickoff attempts. Next one is Star Swung, but it's hit straight to Red Magic Koopa. That ends the inning with another just 1-run score for the Rocketeers. And the Stars, they have a chance to extend their lead yet again. A star chance for Toadette, but she's got 2 strikes and strikes out, giving the star to the Rocketeers. Red Toad up now with 1 out. He sends this one deep to left field. Is that going to be off the wall? It is, just barely. Hits the top of the wall. They're sending him for third, and they're not going to make it. A deep shot would have been a great standing double, but instead Toad gets greedy and is thrown out going to third. That gives the Rocketeers a bit of a chance. They're still down 7, but with 2 innings left for them, they don't need a huge inning. King Boo up now with 1 runner on base. However, he does have 2 outs, so it's going to be a risky decision either way. Ooh, he gets bad contact there. That is popped up. Wait. Oh. Yoshi gets there. That one bounced off the front of a hidden block, but Yoshi is fast enough to get under it before it drops. So the Rocketeers managed to end that inning scoreless from the Stars, first one all game. And now they take their turn on offense. They will need to actually make use of it, though. Red Pianta sees 2 quick strikes and a strike out. Not a good sign. That will bring up Green Koopa Paratroopa. Koopa Paratroopa gets this one just past the infield, just away from Dark Bones. And that is a runner on first. That also gives a bit of chemistry to Red Koopa Troopa. Red Koopa swings and misses there. Strike 1. Next pitch is taken for strike 2. That one was just outside, ball 2. This one's a changeup up the middle. Red Koopa makes contact, but it is popped up straight to Red Noki. With 2 outs on the inning now, Dixie Kong is the last chance for the Rocketeers. She will get this one down for a base hit. Her on first, Koopa Paratroopa on third. Now it's back to Yoshi for the top of their lineup. Yoshi's got 2 strikes so far. Will not strike out, but lines out to Dark Bones there. Another scoreless inning for the Rocketeers. They have not scored in an even-numbered inning. Maybe they'll get it all back here in the 7th, though. But to have a good chance at that, they have to hold the Stars scoreless. Or very nearly. Waluigi is going to... Oh, not ground out. That was a bobble by Red Shy Guy. Now Red Magic Koopa has a chance. There's 2 runners on base, no outs. This one is star hit down the third base line. That's going to bring in Wario. I don't think they're going to try and send Waluigi. Definitely did not have time. And then we have Red Noki slapping on base with a star hit there. That will bring in a 12th run for the Stars. Their lead is now up to 9 runs. Monty Mole stands behind the plate yet again. He's got a 1-1 count. Make that 2-1. 2-2. 1 whiff or watch away from striking out, and he decides to watch. He will strike out there. But that's only the first out of the inning. They still have Toadette back into Red Toad. Then Dark Bones and starred King Boo. Toadette has a 2-0 count. Toadette grounds straight to Red Pianta, but it's bobbled. A second bobble for the Rocketeers is going to cost them another out. That one might have been a double play. This one's hit high to right field by Red Toad. Does not get counted as a home run, but he will still score 2 off of that deep double. This next one is star hit by Dark Bones into the gap, but Yoshi makes the great catch with the tongue catch. What a great play there. However, the Stars do score Toadette from that sac fly. Now they've got King Boo with 1 runner on base. Stars are up 12. This one is all but over. Even if King Boo strikes out here, with a 12-run lead, and he doesn't strike out, nor does he line out. He sends this one down the first base line. That brings in Red Toad from second and keeps himself on first. Now is Wario. Wario escapes a dive from Red Shy Guy. They're going to try and bring a run home from that, and they'll get it. 17-3. The Stars are up by 14. Strong hit by Waluigi gets through the infield, and that's runners on corners still for the Stars. Another good base hit gets down for the Stars, this one from Red Magikoopa. That one scores Wario and puts the lead up to 15 runs now. A big 7th inning for the Stars. Takes what was already a decent lead and simply extends it. And another run scores there. Waluigi makes it safely. Now they've got Monty Mole up to bat. Monty slaps it through the left side of the infield. That will load the bases. Does not score any runs, but prepares them well for the rest of the lineup. They'll start next with the bases loaded here with Toadette. Toadette's got 2 strikes. Slaps this one down the first base side. That will score 2 and keep 2 runners on base. One of them also has chemistry for Red Toad. Red Toad swings and misses at that first one. Takes the next 2 pitches as balls. It's this one with a high slap. That's going to go foul. Got a lot of power on that slap. Hits this one with a charge. It is deep to the gap, and it gets down. That will score 2 runners off that double for Red Toad. That brings up Dark Bones now. They have cycled through the lineup multiple times, I believe. And that will be another run scored for the Stars. King Boo gets down a good base hit. Getting 2 runners on base for the Stars. An insane inning in a game they were already winning. This has just really secured the win for them. They're going to score 2 off of this deep shot by Wario. And now they're up by 23. It's 26-3. Luigi with 2 strikes will slap up the middle to keep runners on base and safe. And keeping this inning going still. I wonder how many runs they've scored here. I think they came into this inning with 10. So they've scored 16 runs this inning. And Red Mage has a 3-1 count. That's a batter's count. That one gets hit through the infield. Another run scores for the Stars. 17 on the inning. They're nearing very close to their own record for biggest run differential. A bobble there from Red Pianta. That one gets down. The inning continues. What should have been the end of the inning is a defensive disaster for the Rocketeers. But Yoshi will secure the stop there for them finally. But 17 runs score. That is not acceptable. The Rocketeers, I believe they had 3 errors on that inning. 2 right towards the start, and that 1 at the end. And they have to score 24 runs to tie the game. Scoring 7 runs is already going to be tough for them. Now, it's going to be all but impossible. They get Fire Bro on base, but pop out straight to Dark Bones for out number 1. Yellow Magic Koopa up now. 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. Watches the next pitch go by for strike 2, and watches the third pitch. That's a strikeout. Waluigi and the Stars hoping to end this game quickly, the Rocketeers also want this game to be over. They will ground it straight to Dark Bones. That's thrown to first for the end of the game. The Stars with a 27-3 win. They were leading a small defensive game, 10-3 coming into the 7th inning. But they put on an explosive performance, scoring 17 runs in the top of the 7th. Utter domination there. 27-3, that is just 1 run shy of the record that the Stars hold, tied with the Lightning, for the biggest win in terms of run differential. The Stars did win 32-7 against the Fury. That would have been in... Let me double check the scores. That was Week 4, Game 3. 32-7 win for the Stars. That was immediately tied in terms of run differential. The next game, Week 5, Game 1, the Lightning beat the Flock down 30-5. And another big win here for the Stars. Their offense just performed incredibly. Most of their players had 6 or maybe 7 at-bats. I think Dark Bones had a sacrifice play. Red Toad also must have had a sacrifice play. Yeah, because Red Magic Koopa had 7 hits and went 1,000. Same with Red Noki. Meanwhile, Monty only going 1 for 7. Not what you want to see. He was really ending all of the innings from the Stars, but that's okay. They still got through their lineup plenty of times. Defensively, Waluigi got 5 strikeouts. Didn't use a single star pitch. The Rocketeers, they got 7 strikeouts with Dixie. That is a good number for her to hit. They did use 6 star pitches, though, which meant less for offense. Their offense was still not too consistent, though, even without the Stars. They had quite a few players having no hits. Hammer Bro and Fire Bro and Yellow Madge were the only 2 to get 3 base hits, and that's still only 3 for 4. A solo home run for Fire Bro was his only RBI. A sacrifice play from Red Shy Guy got him an RBI. Yellow Madge had 1 RBI as well, and that was it. A rough game for the Rocketeers. Their losing streak continues. Meanwhile, the Stars keep up their pace. This team has been on a very hot streak. They have now won 6 of their last 7 games. 7 of their last 9 games. And yeah, again, this team started out the season 1-8, and now here they are at 7-9. What a comeback for them. Let's see how they do through the rest of this season. They've still got the rest of the series against the Rocketeers to take care of. But after that, they'll move on to facing other more competitive teams like the Lightning, Tax Evaders, Flock. I believe their next series will be against the Lightning. Yes, they will go to the Lightning's home stadium of Yoshi Park. And then they will actually take on the Fury next after that. So I suppose not the most competitive schedule coming up. Certainly the Lightning will be. But who knows about that Fury? Anyway, back to the main menu we go to get set up for game number 2, which will be the Lightning and the Fury. Let me grab the teams for this one. The Fury are the home team. They will be bringing back DK Jungle. It's been so long. And visiting his own stadium is DK, who is on the team for the Lightning. For the Fury, they've got Yellow Shy Guy. They have Yellow Pianta, Gray Bones, and Blue Bones. Goomba, Paragoomba, both of the babies, and that's it. Defense. They've got Goomba on first, Yellow Pianta in the outfield for some reason. I still don't know why he's there. Bro does not belong. Regardless, this is the team they've decided to field. Perhaps they are intentionally hoping to tank for next season. Ooh, that's a good idea. I can finally star Mario again. We're not on Bowser's Castle. Or another similar tiny, or not tiny, large stadium. Quite the opposite of tiny, actually. Next, the Lightning have green Dry Bones, Yellow Toad and Green Toad, Blue Magic Koopa, and Toadsworth. For the outfield, they've got Mario, Toadsworth, Green Toad. Infield is DK and Dry Bones. Yep, this looks correct. If it's not, that's on me. It's literally my team. I'm fucking up my own lineup at that point. The Fury, they have Blue Bones batting first. Or, not first, you know what I mean. First of the Bones. And then Gray Bones. Then Paragoomba, Goomba, Diddy Kong, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi. Baby Luigi has been surprisingly consistent, especially compared to Baby Mario, who's been one of the worst in the league. Goomba, I believe, has the overall worst batting average. Then I believe next is Black Shy Guy from the Tax Evaders, and then Paragoomba, which is not a great sign for the Fury. However, each of them do have a home run. So at least they have potential, you know? Could be worse. So we'll be going with the classic Toadsworth PDDK Stario. Then Green Dry Bones, Double Toads, Daisy, and Blue Madge. Time to switch the handedness of a few of these players. And I think we're good to go for the Lightning. We'll be on DK Jungle. Time to save this game. And are we ready to begin? I think so. As we can see over on the right side, PD and DK, 44 and 43 RBI respectively. Quite a bit ahead of the Fury's top player, which is Yellow Pianta, who they got from the Lightning. They traded Yellow Pianta and Diddy Kong they received in exchange for giving the Lightning Daisy and Green Dry Bones. The Fury obviously got some draft picks along with that, because that trade heavily favors the Lightning. But as for the Lightning GM, I still believe that was a good trade for us. I think Our team was a little too inconsistent, and that gives us the final push we needed. And it seemed to work. We've taken the top spot in the standings. Toadsworth getting out yet again for us. He's been a very unreliable leadoff hitter. But the follow-up of PDDK really just cannot be stopped. No matter who's the pitcher, no matter what the stadium. These two are a dangerous duo. They won't bring in any runs, but they will get 2 runners on base for starred Mario, who has been a surprisingly great batter this season, even without the stars. He is 3rd place right now in terms of batting average, only behind Boomerang Bro and Hammer Bro from the Tax Evaders. He's got 9 home runs on the season, and he's about to make that 10! Another home run for Mario. Mario had a series off from being the starred player, where the Lightning alternated between DK and Petey. Since it was a large stadium, a star on Mario wouldn't really help him hit home runs, whereas a star on the stronger players could really push them over the edge and actually allow them to hit home runs on these supposed to be unhome runnable maps. So that's why I put the star on the bigger hitters there, but now that we're back to a smaller stadium, Mario is able to hit home runs here, especially with that star. And he really just shows, as soon as I'm talking about him, exactly what I mean by that, exactly why we star him. Lightning slap hitters also proving to be rather consistent. 2 getting on base. And there's some chemistry for Yellow Toad, but he's going to decide to star hit. That gets over into left field, and we'll load the bases for Captain Daisy. What can Daisy do here? Will she star hit? Or will she just try and drive some runs in with a slap? It's a star pitch from Diddy Kong, and that's going to be grounded for a double play. That ends the inning. The Lightning just get 3 runs from that home run, but that's a very solid start for them. Yellow Shy Guy's out for blood, but that one goes just foul. Nearly a leadoff home run for the Fury. Now he's got 2 strikes. Watches that ball. This is a star chance for these teams. And Yellow Shy Guy's going to strike out to give the star to the Lightning. Daisy pitching against Yellow Pianta. That's going to be the 2nd time this season. However, the first time around, these roles were reversed. And she gets a strikeout on him there. 2 strikeouts so far for Daisy. She seems to have a vendetta out against her old team. Really packing on the punches for her very strong, hard-to-hit pitches. 2 strikes on Blue Dry Bones. That one's hit foul. Can she get a no-hitting inning? No. Well, I suppose technically yes, but it's not a perfect inning. She will get the no-hitter, though, and that brings the Lightning's offense back up. Slap into the outfield, gets down for a single for Blue Magic Koopa. That one getting just in front of Baby Luigi. That brings up Toadsworth. Toadsworth hits this one past the infield. That would be a single for Toadsworth. Now we've got Petey with 2 runners on. The Lightning could see another bomb here. What will Petey do? He watches that outside ball. He's charging this one. Drives it over the infield. Deep to the wall. That's going to bring in 1 runner, maybe 2. Toadsworth is going for it. And he'll make it. It's a 5-0 lead for the Lightning. DK. He's facing a star pitch from Diddy Kong and he misses it. Another star pitch from Diddy. This one's made contact, drilled down the first base line. And Baby Luigi gets drilled by a barrel. That's going to allow DK to make it all the way to 3rd. PD Piranha also comes in to score for that hit, but that would have happened with or without the barrel. Now Star Mario's back up to bat. 5 stars to work with. He could charge, he could slap, he could star hit. Plenty of options. He's just watching it for now. He decides to star hit, and it gets past the infield. That ball burns deep to the outfield, hits the back wall, and brings in DK off of a standing double. Next up is Green Drybones, a former Fury player as well. They will decide to keep Mario on third. Good call. Runners on the corners. Green Toad up to bat. The Toads had quite a bit of power in the opening weeks of this league. They've kind of been slacking lately. Not a lot of big hits from Toads. Maybe it was just some strange coincidence of good fortune all across the Toads. Or maybe the Toads have been on a bad streak recently. Who knows? It's weird how all of them were consistently good to consistently mediocre. They do both get slaps down, though, and that will bring in another 2 runs. The Lightning extend their lead to 9-0. Daisy versus Diddy Kong was a matchup between these two teams. Daisy hits into another double play. This one does not end the inning, though. In fact, it is a sacrifice to score another run for the Lightning. It's a 10-run lead. Blue Madge will line it straight to Yellow Shy Guy. That will end the inning. 10-0, Lightning lead. Daisy hoping to continue the no-hitter here in this second inning. Will she be able to do it against Gray Drybones? These Drybones are very good slap hitters. Tough to get them out on, but they will get a pop fly off of the charge swing. Still no hits. But this one's going to be a hit. Paragoomba lines it straight up the middle. What a shot for Paragoomba. First hit of the game for the Fury. And Goomba follows that up with a deep shot to the gap. That's going to bring in Paragoomba on a double for Goomba. 10-1, the Fury have scored. Next up is Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong's got chemistry with Goomba. Misses a charge there. Lets that one go. That one does clip the plate, though, for strike 2. It's a star pitch that is swung on and missed, and that's a strikeout. That is Daisy's 3rd strikeout of the game. Now she's facing Baby Mario. Baby Mario slaps it up the middle. That gets down. And they do score Goomba. Even with the laser from DK, it's not enough. Baby Mario brings in the 2nd run this game for the Fury and sets up Baby Luigi with 1 runner on base. He's charging, but lets that one go. Strike 2. The changeup will go straight across the middle of the plate. A strikeout. Daisy's gotten 4 so far in the first 2 innings. Now the Lightning are back with the very top of their lineup. Toadsworth hits it up the middle, and that is a base hit. Not just that, a star chance also won by the Lightning. Beatty up now. Gone 2 for 2, but hasn't hit any home runs. Good contact there. Another line drive, though. Not a big power hit. It will put runners on corners for DK. Also gives him some chemistry. DK also has not hit any home runs this game. It's his 3rd at-bat. He won't hit one here either. Sends one through to the left fielder. Puts 2 on base and brings a run in. Next up is Mario. He misses that slap there. Charging here, but it's an outside ball. Charging again, and lets that go. It's strike two. He'll decide to slap it deep up the middle. Does that get down? Yes, it does. Pianta is too slow. They're going to score PD Piranha there. Another RBI. That brings up Green Drybones. Green Drybones still no outs on the inning. 2 runners on base. Slaps it foul past the left, or past the right side. First base. This one is slapped over the infield. That will score DK. 13-2, an 11-run lead. Green Toad charging on this one, but lets it go. Strike one. Slaps this one high to the right side. Is that gone? A Toad home run. We finally see it again. Green Toad sends this one gone. A 3-run homer for the Lightning. They've got 2 on the game. 1 Mario, 1 Green Toad. Neither from either of their 2 biggest hitters. It's good to see the little guys get some attention, though. Yellow Toad up to bat next. Slaps this one past the infield. That little critter on Blue Drybones probably doing a little bit more than you think. That cuts their speed quite a bit. Daisy sends one high. It's just foul. Oh, I thought that one hit the pole. Instead, it will be strike one for Daisy. That watch is strike number 2. And that one curves across the plate for strike 3. Daisy is out. That is also the first out of the inning, and they are back to their 9th batter. Blue Magic Koopa hits this one. It's straight to Blue Drybones. That will be 2 outs on the inning. Toadsworth. If he makes it on base, that brings up the power hitters yet again. This one's over to the right side, and it gets down. That's a single. And that's 2 runners on base for PD Piranha. Misses a star swing there. Now he's charging, but that one's an outside ball. He slaps that one. That is gone. Oh my gosh, no doubter from PD. Another 3-run home run for the Lightning. They are running away with this one already, but are we surprised? The number 1 Lightning, 13-2, taking on the Fury at 4-11. And right now the Lightning are up 19-2. And they've got DK, who sends this one just foul. Watches strike 2 go by. Ooh, that one was barely outside. Good eye on DK there. But he lets that one go, and that's a strikeout. That ends the inning, but 9 runs for the Lightning. Not too shabby. The Lightning on pace to have the highest scoring game so far. The league record is currently, I believe, 32. Yeah, that was the record set by the Stars. The Lightning have 2nd place right now with their 30-run game. But with 19 runs in the first 3 innings, they're definitely on pace to shatter that record. We'll have to see if they can keep up this level of offense while also maintaining their defense. They get 1 strikeout, but allow a deep shot to put Yellow Pianta on 2nd base. Daisy's going to have a tough time against these Drybones. They are elite slap hitters. There's a good shot by them there. That's going to put a runner on 1st and 3rd. They do not try and send Yellow Pianta. They'll let Graybones try and bring him in. He's got chemistry on base. Daisy hits him with a fastball for strike 1. That Changeup goes across the middle for strike 2. Now it's a real fastball. It's star hit. Ooh, they try for the double play, but don't get either of them. A good try from Green Drybones. They will not get a double play there either, but they at least get one. That brings up Goomba. 2 runners on, but 2 outs. He's charging, misses. Strike 1. This one is slapped high but foul. 2 strikes now. Daisy's charging. It's a fastball. Sent down the left line. Just barely foul. That was to the back wall. This one's going to be lined down the first base line. That will score another run for the Fury. 19-4. Diddy Kong pops this one up to left field. Mario makes the catch. That's the end of the inning. And the Lightning are back up on offense. They'll start off with starred Mario. And then into their slap-hitting core of Drybones and the Toads. Mario gets a single down into the left field. That brings up Green Bones, who will slap just over the infield. Another base hit for the Lightning. Green Toad hits this one deep. That's going to hit the wall. No! That hits the gap between the wall and the wooden barrier there. Gets right in between the two of them, right at the spot where the wall is lower. Green Toad, a 3-run bomb. That puts the Lightning up 22-4. Yellow Toad slaps this one, gets over the infield. Another base hit for the Lightning. They are really trying to rally this game, rack up the score. Daisy sends one deep to left. This one will be caught. And that's the first out of the inning. Next is Blue Magic Koopa. Grounds this one straight to Blue Bones. That's going to be not a double play. They get the lead runner, but Blue Magic Koopa's got legs. Toadsworth hits one up the middle. That is a good base hit. That puts 2 runners on for Petey. What can Petey do? Watches the first one go by. Watches the second one. That's a ball. Next pitch is swung on. Another no-doubter for Petey. Another 3-run home run scored for the Lightning. Kind of funny that all of the home runs so far have been 3 runs. No 2-run homers, no grand slams, no solo shots. All 3-run homers. It's 25-4. The Lightning are up by 21 here in the top of the 4th. DK up to bat now. One is deep to center field. It's not going to get down. Yellow Pianta gets under it, and that will end the inning. 25 runs off of 29 base hits for the Lightning. And we're barely halfway through the game. Now Baby Mario for the Fury. And the record tracker, the Lightning, are just 7 runs away from tying the lead. They have 3 more innings to do so. Baby Mario hits out, but Baby Luigi hits a good double. He's going to go for 3 off of it, and he gets it. Assisted by the barrel. That would have only been a single otherwise. Now Yellow Shy Guy. And just for those who are maybe curious, that will not be counted as an error for the defensive player. The barrels are a stadium hazard and not something the players are able to control, and therefore not counted as an error. An error would be like bobbling the ball, like we saw in the first game. Or perhaps getting stunned, Sometimes when the ball hits a player, instead of like just dropping it, they will actively be like stunned and have like the stars swirling above their head like out of a cartoon. And that is also counted as an error. No matter how hard the ball is hit, you gotta lock in. You gotta just catch it. Because, you know, that's not something all batters would do. That depends on weight class of the catcher, how likely it is that they are going to get stunned by the ball. So for that reason, I feel like since it's technically player dependent, that should also be counted as an error. And Fury's inning ends there after 1 run, and the Lightning score their first solo home run of the game. Starred Mario hits this one just barely over the wall. That's what that star helps for. And for the star, that one might have just been a pop fly. Instead, the Lightning bring in their 26th run of the game. They're on to the slap hitters now. Green Bones, Green Toad, Yellow Toad. Green Bones slaps foul. Next pitch is let go for ball 2. Strike 2 on that swing and miss. This one is popped straight to Gray Bones. That is an out. Star chance at this next at-bat. Green Toad will get through the infield. And the star chance is won by the Lightning. Now Yellow Toad up to bat. Yellow Toad charges for that first one. Does not swing at the second. A 2-1 count right now. Fastball from Diddy Kong hits the corner for strike 2. That one's thrown inside for ball 3. It's a full count. Yellow Toad charges and sends it through the infield. Another single for Yellow Toad. Now we've got Captain Daisy with 4 stars to work with. She could certainly go for a star hit here. Or a simple charge swing. She's going to charge. Misses there. That's strike 2. And she strikes out there. Good to go down swinging, though. That will bring up Blue Magikoopa with 2 runners on base and 2 outs. Blue Mag gets down just past Yellow Shy Guy. And that will score another run for the Lightning. 27 runs now. Just 5 away from the record. Toadsworth star hits. It gets over the infield. They're going to try and bring in Yellow Toad, and they'll make it. Just barely. 28-5. PD Piranha. A home run ties the record right here. And we're still only in the top of the 5th. A 1-1 count on PD. He's not even charging. He's just watching them. 2 strikes. This one is star hit. Deep to right field, but it's caught by Baby Luigi. That ends the inning and stops the Lightning at just 3 this time. Now the Fury are up to bat next. They slap this one straight to Yellow Toad for the quick out. Paragoomba takes strike 1 looking. Fastball hits the inside for strike 2. Daisy curves that one outside. It's ball 1. Some curve thrown to the inside. Paragoomba slaps it to the left side. That one gets down into the outfield and is a double for Paragoomba. That brings up Goomba. Chemistry on base. Misses at strike 1. Daisy Star pitches the next one. Swung on and missed again for strike 2. Next one is a fastball. Goomba slaps it, but gets thrown out at first. Rain Dry Bones able to pick that one off the ground to make that play. That brings up... Ooh, Diddy Kong hits just foul. Thought Yellow Toad grabbed that one. Diddy Kong's going to send this one deep to center field. Toadsworth gets there. Just enough legs on that old man to get under the ball and stop the run. That brings up the Lightning with a chance, yet again, to tie the record. This one is lined by DK, but Greybones makes the diving catch. Good defensive play there. That brings up Mario. Starred Mario slaps that one foul, but a strong slap it is. Lets that one go, but it nicks the corner for strike 2. This one he swings on, and that is another gone ball. Mario with his 3rd home run of the game. This one is going to be a solo shot. That puts the Lightning up to 29 runs. 3 off the record. Still just 1 out here in this inning, and another inning to work with. Green Bones will make it to first. Runs through that one at about halfway to second. Green Toad up now. 2 strikes. Swung way early at that. And swings way early again, a strikeout. Yellow Toad. Slaps it, just foul. That one's an outside ball. Diddy Kong curves one across the plate for strike 2. This one is crushed by Yellow Toad. Is that gone? Yes, it is. A 2-run home run for Yellow Toad. That is going to put the Lightning just 1 behind the record. 31 runs on the game. The Lightning want that record. 2 outs on the inning. Daisy up to bat. She's going to charge this one over to the left side, and she will make it safely to first. That brings up Blue Magikoopa. He charges but misses for strike 1. He lines it straight to Blue Drybones. That ends the inning. The Fury are down by 26 right now. That is also a record. Strike 1 on Baby Mario, who's leading off this inning for the Fury. He's got 2 strikes. He slaps this one. It gets down. This one gets over to left field, and we'll get Mario, or Baby Mario, on first base. Baby Luigi sends this one to right field, but it's caught by Green Toad. Pop Fly is the first out of the inning. That brings up Yellow Shy Guy. Yellow Shy Guy grounds it, but Green Bones gets there. A dive to pick that ball up from the ground and throws to first for the out. 2 outs for Yellow Pianta, who slaps the first pitch foul. Next one's a star pitch from Daisy. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Daisy throws an inside ball, hoping he'd chase it. This one's a fastball, also inside. A 2-2 count. Yellow Pianta watches that one, and he'll strike out to end the inning. Another 0-run inning for the Fury. That brings up the Lightning, their last chance to try and tie or even break the record. Toadsworth will get out there. Now it's PD and DK. They've got the best chances here. PD will line this one over to right field. That'll get down for a single. That's a runner on in chemistry for Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong here at his stadium, technically. It's DK Jungle. And he'll get a home run here at his home. That will set the new record for most runs scored in a game. The Lightning, 33 runs in the game. That also puts them 28 runs ahead of the Fury, which would also be a new record. Now they've got starred Mario up and just 1 out on the inning. He's going to slap it to left field, and that's caught. Pop Fly to Baby Mario from his future self. Next up is Green Drybones. He slaps this one way foul to the left side. Next one is a weak dribble sent over to Blue Dry Bones and thrown for the easy play. The Lightning set the record, but nothing more. Fury hold them off at just 2 runs, the least amount they've scored in any inning. Ooh, that slap from Blue Dry Bones is caught immediately by Blue Magikoopa. That brings up Gray Bones. And that one is lined to DK. He makes the jumping play. Or I suppose the diving play. Looks more like he's jumping, though. Next up is Paragoomba with 2 outs, a star chance. 2 strikes for Paragoomba as well, and that's a strikeout to end the game. The Lightning, they do set both records, beating the 32-run record set by the Stars, and beating the 25-run differential record set tied between them and the Stars. They reset their own record, and they do it against the same team that the Stars beat. Poor Fury, being the victim of both records. Mario is given the award of MVP for his 3-home run game, well deserved. He had 7 RBI with those 3 homers. Petey, only 2 homers, but he had 8 RBI. DK had 1 home run and scored 4 RBI. Toadsworth had an RBI. So did Green Bones. Oh my gosh. Green Toad with 2 home runs and 7 RBI. Yellow Toad had a home run, and Blue Magikoopa had 1 RBI. Daisy didn't do much offensively this game, but let's look at her defense. She got 9 strikeouts. That might be the most in a single game. I'll have to double check that. Peach has had a couple big games. I think she might have had a 10 strikeout game. I will double check, but that is certainly a very high number. She used 3 star pitches. Diddy Kong got 4 strikeouts with 4 star pitches. No home runs for the Fury. Baby Mario got an RBI. Diddy Kong went 0 for 3, not getting a single base hit. Gray Bones went 0 for 4. He got 1 RBI from a sac fly, but that's still disappointing. Goomba went 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. That's a very solid performance. And Yellow Pianta went 2 for 4 with 1 RBI. Overall, a tough game for the Fury, both offensively and defensively, but a brilliant game by the Lightning. They're showing off that their team has what it takes. They are no joke contenders. The Tax Evaders will have to take on the Flock to earn their victories back. They lost 2 games in a row. In fact, they lost 4 out of their past 6 games. They lost 2 series. 1-2, they lost the series to the Flock, and then 1-2, they lost a series to the Stars. Now they rematch against the Flock, just with 1 week in between their matchups. And this time they will be at the Flock's home stadium of Bowser Castle. So that trade that the Tax Evaders made for their smaller stadium is not going to affect this matchup. At least not in this game. Oh, no, that was the wrong Toad. Got a little antsy there on pressing the button. They've got their guys, TM, trademarked. Who else do they have? Oh, Blue Pianta. How could I forget? Blue Pianta and Green Noki. The elite defensive duo of Birdo and Pianta. Absolutely destroying the rest of the league right now. Their defense not to be messed with. Green Shy Guy is on first. Blue Shy Guy, the catcher. So that's good for the Flock. Now for the Tax Evaders. They've got a dangerous offensive lineup. Their defense is a little bit more lackluster. They have Green Magikoopa. Yes, I'm remembering now. Yes, yes. And then, last but not least, Black Shy Guy, who has been the worst performing Shy Guy so far. Very disappointing. for Shy Guy fans everywhere, which I'm sure there are plenty of. That should be the lineup for the tax evaders. Now, batting lineups. I believe the flock lead off with green Shy Guy and the blue Shy Guy. Okay, I found it. Yes, they do. And then it's green Noki, blue Pianta, Luigi, blue Toad, purple Toad, and finally Boo. Tax evaders, they are shifting their lineup a little bit. They're just moving it all down one spot. They're moving Magikoopa back to the leadoff spot. They did that in the first game and then immediately changed it. Now they're bringing him back. They're testing that out. They will swap Boomerang Bro and Hammer Bro, though. Started Boomerang Bro going third, while Hammer Bro gets bumped all the way down to fourth. Then they have Bowser batting fifth, Red Koopa Paratroopa, Green Koopa Troopa, Peach, and then Black Shy Guy at the very bottom of their lineup. This game will be on Bowser Castle, back-to-back home series for the flock. Let me save this last game, and off we go. Tax evaders look to bounce back from their recent string of defeats against the flock here. Flock, however, are also hoping to bounce back off of their recent string of defeats. The flock got swept by the Lightning in the last series, even after coming off of winning against the tax evaders. So they're really hoping to get started here with another win. Since they have a precedent of beating the tax evaders, they're hoping to at least get a couple wins, hoping to outpace the Stars, who are facing against the Rocketeers. The flock are by no means a bad team. They just happen to play the Lightning, who are a really strong slap-hitting team. The stadium is designed for slap hitting, which is something that tax evaders normally struggle with, but they're doing a pretty good job of it right now. They've got 2 runners on base and just 1 out. Hammer Bro up to bat. He star hits up the middle. It's going to be a sac fly to bring in their first run. Man, we had some long games at the start. Normally the games take like half an hour. But here we are. Almost an hour and a half in after just 2 games finished. I guess a lot of offense takes a long time, and both of those games were pretty high scoring. Like 27 runs from the Stars, 33 from the Lightning. Tax evaders start off with just 1 run in the top of the first. That brings up the flock. Their offense has to face down a Princess pitcher for the 3rd series in a row. They faced Peach 2 series ago, Daisy in their last series, and now they're back to Peach. But that bobble from Junior will allow the lead runner on base for this flock. That is a big error here. Now Blue Shy Guy up to bat. Blue Shy Guy's got some chemistry. He'll slap it straight up the middle, though. That will put runners on the corners. For none other than Captain Birdo. She's got double chemistry. Will she try and charge hit, or will she just continue the slap hitting streak? She could also choose to just watch the ball go by. Oh, she's going to star hit. It gets past the infield and bounces away from the outfielders. A beautiful star hit. That's going to score 2 off of a standing double for Birdo. That puts the flock in an immediate lead, and they still have no outs on the inning. They are in a great position right now. They've got Green Noki up next, followed by Blue Pianta. Green Noki slaps that first ball foul. Next one is hit to the right side. That gets down and moves over to the corner. That will be a RBI double for Green Noki. Good shot from her. Clears out Birdo. And puts Chemistry on base for starred Blue Pianta. He's going to charge, but he lines this one over to left field. They're going to try and bring in Green Noki. They won't make it. That's the first out of the inning. Unfortunate base running error from the flock there. Luigi gets a good slap down over to left side. That's 2 runners on for Blue Toad. Actually, I think that explains why the Toads have been lackluster lately. That's probably because 4 of them were playing at Bowser's Castle last series. This is not a Toad-friendly map in terms of power hitting. The Toads do love the stadium for its great slap hitting, though. As long as you make contact with the ball, which Blue Toad did not. He strikes out there to put 2 outs on the inning. Next up is Purple Toad. Purple Toad star hits this one to the gap. That will get down. That will score 1 run. They're going to go for 2. And they don't get it. Luigi thrown out going home. The flock with 2 base running errors on this inning. That is not what you want to see. I mean, they still scored plenty. It's 4-1 right now. But they could have scored more if they were simply patient. That brings up the Tax Evaders with their slap hitters. Red Paratroopa gets down over in left field. Green Koopa lines it straight to Blue Pianta. First out of the inning. Peach up now. Misses way early on that swing. Next pitch is slapped beautifully over the infield. That one also gets past Purple Toad. He misjudges it. They're going to bring in a run off of that. Ooh, they don't get the runner to third, though. She makes it safely back to second. For the Tax Evaders is Black Shy Guy. He watches that star pitch from Boo for strike 1. This one's sent high to the left field, but it should be caught by Blue Toad. It is, and that is the second out of the inning. Tax Evaders have scored just 1 again. This one gets down in the corner, though. That's going to score Peach. It's 3-4 now. A good RBI there from Green Magic Koopa puts the Tax Evaders just 1 run behind the flock. That brings up Bowser Jr. Drills this one over to the right field. It gets down just behind Green Noki. That will bring in Green Magic Koopa and tie up the game. It's 4-4. The game tied, the Tax Evaders now bring up Boomerang Bro. He drills this one over deep to left field. That's going to get down for a single. Next is Hammer Bro. He's got double chemistry on base. He's got a 1-1 count so far. That one hits the corner for strike 2. Good inside pitch from Boo. That one is star hit over to left field. But Blue Toad gets under it. That will end the inning. They are tied in both runs and hits, but that is after the top of the second. The Flock still have their turn to go. Boo will line out, hitting this one up towards the middle. It's caught from a diving black Shy Guy. Green Shy Guy charges and drills this one over to the right side. That gets down! That's between the thwomps! What a precise home run for the flock! That's what happens when you train on this stadium, when this is your home. You get used to hitting it right between those small gaps in the outfield wall. And Green Shy Guy does it when the time really matters. Blue Shy Guy drills one over to the right side, but this one's going to get down for an out. That one's caught by Bowser Jr., and now that brings up Birdo with 2 outs. Flock are at a 1-run lead, but she would like to extend that lead. So slap this one over through the right side. That gets her onto first. And we bring up Green Noki. What can she do? Birdo's trying to steal. Green Noki slaps it, but a mistake. An error from Black Shy Guy. That will allow the inning to continue for the flock. And that brings up starred Blue Pianta with chemistry. A deep wall shot could bring in a runner. Instead, it's going to be lined straight. Or not lined. It's going to be a grounder straight to Black Shy Guy, thrown to second for the out. Luckily, he's able to end that inning there after almost giving it up. That'll bring up the Tax Evaders offense. They are still down just 1 run. Bowser slaps on base there, and that brings up Red Paracoopa, who will also slap on base. Now they've got Green Koopa Troopa. Green Koopa Troopa watches the first pitch, strike 1. Second pitch is a ball. It's a star hit from Koopa Troopa. No one runs. That's going to keep the bases loaded. I suppose that's going to make the bases loaded. For their captain, Peach. A star hit here could be big for her. Even though she's not the captain. She's being hesitant. She's taken 2 strikes. Star pitch from Boo is countered with a star hit. Is it going to get down? No. They're going to get the out, but it's going to be a sac fly to bring Bowser home. Tax Evaders tie up the game with that hit. And it was just the first out of the inning. Now Black Shy Guy. He steps up with 2 runners on and 1 out. One count for Shy Guy. 2-1 count. That one's an outside ball. This one goes across the center, and it's slapped deep to right field. But Green Noki makes the diving catch. They're going to try and send Paracoopa to third, and it doesn't work. It's a double play on the inning. That will again perfectly tie up the runs and hits, but only for the flock to take their turn. Luigi sends this one deep to center field. That's going to hit off the wall. And that's a double for Luigi. Beautiful hit there. That brings up Blue Toad with a runner on and no outs. Blue Toad watches that one go for ball 1. That one's an outside pitch that nicks the corner for strike 1. Another outside strike. It's number 2. Slapped to the right side and caught by Bowser Jr. That's the first out of the inning. Next up is Purple Toad. Purple Toad misses on that one. That's strike 1. He watches that one go straight down the middle for strike 2. And now he'll slap it up the middle. Luigi hesitant to go, but ends up running to third. Runners on the corners now. The pitcher for the Flock is up to bat now. Boo. Boo. We'll let that one go. It's an outside ball. This one comes across the plate for strike one. A charge from both players. This one is hit foul by Boo. Now with 2 strikes, Peach feeds him a ball he slaps. It gets down through the infield, brings in a run for the Flock. Flock are up 6-5. With still just 1 out on the inning, they're back to the top of their lineup. Green Shy Guy. Green Shy Guy sends this one over to left field. It is caught. Unfortunate for him, that brings up Blue Shy Guy. Misses at that one for strike one. Next pitch is also missed for strike two. Third pitch is slapped foul, but he made contact with it. What can this Shy Guy do? Lets that one go. It's ball one. That one is not going to be a ball, though. That's going to hit the corner for strike three. That ends the inning. Just a 1 run scored for the Flock. Can the Tax Evaders close that gap and take the lead? Or will they continue to keep tying the lead? This one's hit straight towards Luigi. He grounds it, makes the easy throw to first. 1 out on the inning. Bowser Jr. takes ball one, hits the next pitch over to left field, but that is going to be caught. No! The circle was red. I thought that would be caught. I guess the Toad hitboxes are kind of jank. Now there's 1 runner on and just 1 out for Boomerang Bro. He's got 1 strike from that foul ball. This one is slapped up the middle, very high. Off the back wall. Runners on first and third, they're sending him home, and they're not going to make it. I don't know why they still committed to that. A base running error for the Tax Evaders, to be sure. Hammer Bro drills this one. Is that gone? No, it's off the top of the thwomp. They're going to send Boomerang Bro? No, they decide to come back this time. Good adjustment. Birdo's got chemistry with that catcher. It makes her quite good at throwing home. Bowser slaps this one, it's just foul. Down the first base line, doesn't quite land in bounds. This one is hit over to the left field. It bounces off the back wall. That will bring in the tying run for the Tax Evaders. Bowser ties up the game. That brings up Red Koopa Paratroopa. A deep shot there. That one's off the back wall. That will bring in the leading run for the Tax Evaders. They're up now, 7-6. Thank God I don't have to say that the other way around. That brings up Green Koopa Troopa. 2 runners on, 2 outs on the inning. He's got double chemistry right now. He slaps this one, but Blue Pianta makes the jumping catch. The Flock are able to stop the Tax Evaders at just a 1 run lead. Now the Flock, they've got to close that gap and start taking their own lead back. The Tax Evaders haven't even had a particularly big inning. Once that happens, the Flock are really going to be done for if they can't get going. Flock get on base there with Birdo. Green Noki. She's charging. Lets it go. It's an inside ball. That one is an outside ball. Another inside ball, a 3-1 count. That goes across the plate for strike 2. Now hits the outside just barely, and that's a strikeout for Peach. Now we've got Blue Pianta up to bat. Blue Pianta's been rather stagnant for the flock, but surely it has nothing to do with the fact that they were playing on 3 very high-walled stadiums back to back to back. Surely that has nothing to do with it. He will strike out for the second one of the inning. Now Luigi has 2 strikes with 2 outs. Peach sends him a tough one, and he doesn't even swing at it. A strikeout for the flock will lend them scoreless on the inning. They're down by 1. The Tax Evaders now hope to add to their lead. Peach will ground out to Birdo. Next up is Black Shy Guy. Ball 1. This one is hit deep to the gap. Ooh, that one barely bounces off the thwomp. That was almost between the thwomps. That would have been crazy to see. 2 Shy Guy gap homers. That's incredible. That's insane. Next up is Magic Koopa, who gets caught out. Luigi makes a great jumping play there on a would-be foul ball. That's 2 outs now. Bowser Jr. up. Sends this one deep to center field. That bounces off the back wall. That will bring in 1 run and put him on first. A good shot from Bowser Jr. He has been surprisingly good this season. I suppose good may not be the right word for it. He's been rather consistent. He's still not getting a lot of home runs, so that one will not. That one's just off the top wall. They're going to send Bowser Jr., and he's out yet again. That one was a lot closer. But another disappointing decision from the Tax Evaders will end with them getting an out. Flock. They get Blue Toad on base. They're down 2 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 more chances for each of these teams. Technically 3 for the flock, counting this inning. A useless pickoff attempt. Another useless pickoff attempt. It's ball 3 on Purple Toad. He then grounds this one through the infield. That's 2 on base. Next up is Boo. Boo watches that one go by. Strike 1. This is a tough pitch from Peach, but Boo's able to slap it down. That will load the bases for none other than lead-off hitter, Green Shy Guy. Green Shy Guy slaps up the middle. That gets down. That will score a run and keep the bases loaded. A good hit for the flock. That brings up a Blue Shy Guy. Still no outs on the inning for the flock. They've got bases loaded, and they're slapping through their lineup right now. An unfortunate miss there from Blue Shy Guy. Another miss. That's 2 strikes now. And a late swing is a strikeout for him. That brings up Birdo with bases loaded. 1 chemistry runner on base. And still just 1 out. Birdo slaps it. It gets past Bowser. That's going to bring in another run and tie the game up. It's 8-8. These 2 teams are pretty evenly matched on these bigger / higher walled stadium. I keep wanting to say smaller, but that's just objectively not true. Actually, Peach Garden is a bigger stadium. This one is actually smaller. Ooh, a good double play there from Green Magic Koopa. That ends the inning. Keeps these teams tied at 8. That is what the Tax Evaders want to see. They'll be starting off with Hammer Bro. Sends this one to right field, but it's a pop fly straight to Green Noki. Now that's not quite what you want to see. That'll bring up Bowser for them. Bowser not able to hit any home runs on his home stadium still. Despite it not being the Tax Evaders' home stadium, it's still his. That one is gonna be gone. That one gets well over the wall. That is a solo home run for Bowser. He does it. He manages to hit one out. Now it's to the center, so that's obviously where it's easier. That's also probably why he hit it there, because it's easier. A home run's a home run. Even the home run that gets through the gap in the thwomps. Ahem, Green Shy Guy. Red Koopa Paratroopa gets that one through the infield. Next up is Green Koopa. He's going for a bunt. He will not be thrown out at first. He runs that out. That's what you get when you have Koopa the Quick on your team. Green Koopa Troopa. Beautiful play, immediately to getting doubled off and having the inning end by Peach. Good work, Peach. The Tax Evaders have a 1-run lead. There's also a star chance that Flock are the only team with a star. They have just 1. This could be big for whichever team gets it. 2 strikes on Blue Pianta, not looking promising for the Flock. And he swings on that one that was way outside. That strikeout gives the Tax Evaders a star back. That one's inside for ball 1. This one is slapped by Luigi over into the right side. That gets down for a single that brings up Blue Toad, who is bunting. This one goes down the first baseline. They'll try and get the out at second, and they don't. Bowser should have just stood there with the ball. Blue Toad would have had to run into him, and they could get 1 out. But he wanted to try and get 2. They instead got none. Purple Toad. Strikes out looking there. That's 2 outs on the inning. The Flock are still down 1. They really want to score here so they don't have to try again in another inning. If they can take the lead here and now and stop the Tax Evaders, ooh, they'll tie the game right there. It's 9-9. Low-scoring game. This one's been relatively slow nonetheless, as each team has had small bouts of getting a few hits and then stranding runners as they end the inning. Green Shy Guy here, leading off for the Flock. I suppose he's not leading off, but he is the leadoff hitter. He misses their star swing there for strike 2. And that's another missed swing. That's a strikeout to end the inning. Peach has had a great game so far, retiring quite a few batters. Now the Tax Evaders, they have their last chance. Black Shy Guy will start for them. A 1-1 count. This one slapped high and deep to the outfield gap. Is Toad going to get there? No, it bounces off the wall. That gives a star chance to the Tax Evaders. That's pretty significant. Green Magic Koopa hits into another line drive caught by Luigi. His super jump is really coming in clutch here. Bowser Jr. hits this one high. Is that gone? Yes, it is. A 2-run homer for the Tax Evaders. That puts them at 11 runs now. That's their second home run of the game. The only other one being hit by Bowser, his father. Tax Evaders are up 2 with just 1 out on the inning. That is exactly what you want to see in the 7th inning, a big home run to take the lead. Now Boomerang Bro is up, he sends this one to the left side, and that gets between the gap. That shot curves, gets between the thwomp and the wall, and that's a solo home run for Boomerang Bro. That's now a 3-run lead for the Tax Evaders. That brings up Hammer Bro with still just 1 out. This one's hit deep to center, but it's popped up to Purple Toad and caught for the out. Bowser is back up. He hit a home run earlier. Can he do it again? That one's an outside ball. That's across the plate for strike 1. Star pitch from Boo. Goes just outside for a ball. This one is star hit by Bowser. It gets down. That's a single for him, and he wins the star chance for the Tax Evaders. That brings up Red Koopa Paratroopa, who takes strike 1 there. That one is slap hit over to the left side. And now that is 2 runners on for the Tax Evaders. They don't want to stop at their 3-run lead. They want to keep piling on more. If they have a huge 7th inning like the Stars did, they could really prevent all hopes that the Flock have. But they're not. The inning's going to end right there. 3 runs for the Tax Evaders is still good, but the Flock have a chance here. They start with Blue Shy Guy. It's an outside for ball 1. That one is slapped, but it's way foul. It's a 1-1 count. This one is sent down the right line. Is that going to be fair? Yes, it is. That hits the very edge of the pole. That's going to be a double for Blue Shy Guy. That brings up Captain Birdo. No stars for the Flock. No stars for either team, actually. Birdo's going to drill this one, also to the right side. That hits off the wall. That's going to bring in 1. The lead's been cut to 2. The Flock doing everything in their power to bring this one back. Tax Evaders are hoping to break out of this slump with a win here. They've got Green Noki now. Green Noki's got 2 balls. No strikes still. Peach throws this one, and it's slapped by Green Noki. Gets over the infield, puts 2 runners on. Still no outs for the Flock. They've got Starred Blue Pianta with chemistry. If anyone can hit a homer here for the Flock, this is the player they want. 2 strikes on him, though. And he strikes out looking. That's the first out of the inning. Not good for the Flock. But hey, they've still got another out to work with. Luigi charges there, but doesn't swing. That's strike 1. Charges there, sends it deep to the left side. That gets through the gap. A comeback walk-off home run for Luigi. A walk-off home run for the Flock at their home stadium. This game has had quite a few home runs in it. 3 from the Tax Evaders, 2 for the Flock now. And they win it all there. Luigi coming in clutch for them. Luigi has had a rough couple games. In fact, he dropped off the top players board for the Flock on the right side, being replaced by none other than Purple Toad. But he makes up for it here with an MVP game for himself. A walk-off home run. Oh, continue without saving. That is big for the Flock. They yet again take down the Tax Evaders. They are now 3-1 all time against the Tax Evaders. Now let's look at these offenses. The Tax Evaders. Green Magic Koopa was a little disappointing as a leadoff hitter. Bowser Jr. did fine. Boomerang Bro had a solo shot home run, but that was his only RBI. He went 5 for 5 though. Junior got 4 RBI with a single home run. Bowser got 2 RBI from his home run. Well, his home run was a solo shot, so he got another RBI as well. Paracupa going 5 for 5 as well. Then disappointing performances from Green Koopa and Peach. But Peach did great defensively, notching 10 strikeouts. Okay. If there was any chance that Daisy had the record with 9, Peach has already set that new bar with 10. She used only 1 star pitch to do so. That's also better. Meanwhile, Boo got no strikeouts on the game. He used 4 star pitches but couldn't get a single batter out by himself. He was able to bring in 2 runs though, going 3 for 4. Purple Toad went 3 for 4. Blue Toad only going 1 for 3. Very disappointing for him. He must have had a sacrifice play. Luigi with that home run, 3-run walk-off homer. Birdo also had 4 RBI, Green Noki had 1, and Green Shy Guy had 2. Those were coming from his home run that got through the gap. That's crazy for the flock. What a great game for them. Great fortune and great misfortune for the tax evaders as they are still struggling to get back in the wins column. That also means that the Lightning are pulling ahead for the lead. They are now 3 games ahead of the tax evaders. The Lightning are 14-2, while the tax evaders are now 11-5. We'll have to see how the rest of the season shakes out when those top 2 teams get to face off towards the end. But first, the tax evaders have to get through these games. They gotta try and win while they still play the easier teams. Especially the flock matchup is really tough for them. I mean, this is a very hard stadium. Against the Rocketeers, the tax evaders at least have a better slap hitting core, so they can outpace the Rocketeers without even having to hit home runs. But against the Flock have such a good slap hitting team on such a good stadium for it. They're going to be tough to beat for the tax evaders. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tune in Wednesday night for the continuation of Week 6. Thanks for coming out. I hope to see you then. Goodbye.